On the eve of the Times Square card, there is a lot of people that want to combat and go against what Turkey Al Sheikh is doing. Troy Isley just talked about this component on the interview we just wrapped up. It's time to stop all that. There's a lot of things we can get into as to people saying, well, where does the money come from? All that stuff. Well, let me just say this. Those that understand the political aspect of what's happening in Saudi Arabia, I don't think there's a lot of clarity in which people understand the transformation that's happened in Saudi Arabia since MBS took over and the coup happened in 2015, 2016. I'm not going to get into too much of the politics there, but just so that people are familiar, the Saudi Arabia that people grew up knowing, the Saudi Arabia that was in place up until 2015 when MBS took over and has now completely altered the country, put in the 2030 plan, got rid of majority of the family members, either imprisoned them or did other things to get rid of them. This is a new Saudi Arabia. The people in charge in Saudi Arabia right now are not the people that did the stuff that used to be happening. So I just want to clarify that because I keep seeing a lot of articles out there in regards to Saudi Arabia and what's going on. Do I agree with everything they do? No. But at the same time, people do need to understand that this is not the same Saudi Arabia that once was. It is entirely different. And if we need to go into an entire segment where I break down exactly the political landscape of what happened in Saudi Arabia, I'm fine doing that. But just for those that are iffy on the situation because of, hey, look at what Turkey Al Sheikh's doing, all these different things, Saudi Arabia. At the end of the day, he's taking care of boxers. He's putting on the big fights. I've never understood or been quite familiar with why people want to be so big of fan bases towards different promotional companies. But at the end of the day, I'm a boxing fan. If there's a good fight on Top Rank, PBC, Matchroom, Queensberry, you name it, Golden Boy, whatever it is, I'm going to go watch it. I really could care less about any of the promotional things. Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya, Frank Warren, so on and so forth. Great. Nothing wrong with them. They're incredible at what they do. But I like boxing, man. And to keep trying to dim the light on what is being built by Turkey Al Sheikh is getting ridiculous. At the end of the day, people want to complain about tomorrow's card, and they're trying to say, okay, well, what can we complain about this card? He's doing a one-off, once-in-a-lifetime fight in Times Square. If anybody's seen the setup that they have right now, it's insane. They're just plopping a boxing ring in the middle of Times Square. And they're giving us 3 big fights. And yet we're still finding a way to complain about this because, one, people want to go off the line of saying, hey, I can't attend the fight. It's limited viewing scene. There's not many seats available, so on and so forth. It's invite only. Okay, how many people go to every single boxing fight? Would this have been a card that could have sold out in a state arena or something? Sure. But the fact of the matter is, listen, a big card is going to happen. It is going to be quite the experience to be able to watch it on TV and see what that looks like of plopping a boxing ring in the middle of Times Square, which, let me remind you, this would never be something that we would ever see in any other sport because it's guaranteed to lose money. Let's just be honest. The card that's going to happen tomorrow, Times Square, is going to lose money. But because of the fact that Turkey Al Sheikh's involved, he's not a big fan or doesn't really care about the amount of money that might be lost in that fight. It is what it is. We're not going to see this in any other sport because it's almost impossible to do something like this. So enjoy the experience. I'm going to be happy sitting down and watching this fight happen in my theater and watching the fight happen. That's what's going to happen. And I think we got to stop dimming the light on this great card and what's going to happen because Turkey Al Sheikh's behind it and so on and so forth. Embrace the fight, enjoy what's going to happen, and let's get on with it.